In this lesson, we will explore the foundations of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence involves recognizing, understanding, managing, and effectively handling emotions in ourselves as well as others. This ability encompasses monitoring and regulating our own emotions while taking into account the emotions of others. Having an internal locus of control and taking personal responsibility for your own emotions is critical for effective emotional intelligence. Self-awareness and self-regulation are essential for success, as accurate self-assessment, flexibility, and conscientiousness are vital for achieving desired emotional outcomes. Now, before we can operate around others' emotional states, we must first be in control of our own emotions. Once we can regulate and appropriately adjust our emotions, we can then sense and recognize and influence the emotions of others. And this enables us to empathize with those around us, understanding their feelings and reading their emotional currents and needs within the group that we're operating in. And consequently, we can send clear messages and resolve disagreements and manage conflicts, as well as inspire those around us at least better. A very useful tool when dealing with emotional intelligence is the Plutchik's Wheel of Emotions. This Wheel of Emotions is a model that illustrates the 8 primary emotions, those being joy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, anticipation, anger, and disgust. And these emotions can be combined to form compound or complex emotions. They can also vary in intensity, and they each have opposites. The wheel visually represents these relationships and the interactions between the different emotions. And the tool can be very useful for understanding how basic emotions combine to form complex emotions, as well as to help identify emotions that you're experiencing. And this can help improve your personal emotional awareness. By understanding the relationships between the emotions, we can also better manage our emotional responses as well as recognize those of others. And emotional intensity can also be gauged using this tool, and it allows for more balance and conflict monitoring. Now, 6seconds.org does a tremendous job in presenting this concept, so if you get a chance, I do highly recommend that you check them out. Another critical aspect of emotional intelligence is self-regulation. Self-regulation or self-management, this involves the ability to regulate and control our emotions in various situations. This skill is essential for personal and professional success, as it enables us to navigate our emotions effectively and respond to challenges in a composed and constructive manner. We must keep disruptive or impulsive emotions in check through self-discipline. It's also important to be conscientious and honest about our emotions to address our emotional states appropriately. Now, within the scope of self-regulation, we must also be adaptable and proactive. With adaptability, that is basically being able to handle multiple demands, shift our priorities, and respond to unforeseen events without becoming overwhelmed. And this requires being flexible and open to new ideas or approaches. So additionally, the proactive mindset is very important in that we need to be willing to take on new challenges without being prompted by others, and to maintain a forward-thinking attitude and a willingness to innovate and take calculated risks. Now, by regulating our emotions, we can consistently act with integrity, adapt to change, and pursue our goals with determination. Strong self-regulation skills help us to enhance our emotional intelligence and improve our overall effectiveness, well-being, and our professional brand. After self-management comes the other side of the emotional intelligence coin, and that is social awareness. This involves the ability to accurately perceive, understand, and respond to the emotions of others. And this skill is crucial for building and maintaining healthy relationships, both personally and professionally. Social awareness encompasses empathy, environmental awareness or organizational awareness, recognizing emotional cues, and a willingness to serve others. With empathy, we understand the feelings of others, allowing us to connect on a deeper level with them. By putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, we can better comprehend their perspectives and respond appropriately. Environmental awareness helps us to recognize the dynamics and the power relationships and group needs within our organization. And understanding the formal and informal structures in our environment helps us to navigate workplace policies and fosters a positive organizational culture. Recognizing emotional cues enables us to detect and interpret the emotions of others. This includes reading body language, facial expressions, and voice tones to gauge how someone is feeling. This skill helps us to respond to others in a way that is effective and appropriate to their emotional state. Adopting a service mindset also helps us to anticipate, recognize, and meet the needs of others. In a professional context, this means striving to understand the needs of our employees, our customers, or our clients, and this is crucial for maintaining satisfaction and loyalty. With social awareness, we can create more meaningful and effective interactions, fostering trust, cooperation, and mutual respect. This skill is not only important for our personal relationships, but also contributes to professional success by enabling better teamwork, leadership, and stakeholder relationships. As we wrap up this introductory lesson on emotional intelligence, it is clear that awareness is a consistent requirement for communication and emotional well-being. This is an ongoing process that we can improve on over time. So our 3 takeaways include the following. Firstly, understanding and recognizing emotions enables us to manage ourselves while also influencing others more effectively. And most notably, we need to be focusing on regulating our own emotions. Secondly, self-regulation helps to establish and maintain an appropriate emotional state needed for effective outcomes. And then thirdly, having emotional empathy allows us to effectively interact with those around us. So for our action items this week, I would like you to explore the Plutchik's Emotional Wheel, and I do strongly recommend going to 6seconds.org, 6seconds.org. I've got a link there on the video, but they do a wonderful job. There's lots of these Plutchik emotional wheels that you can find on the internet, but I think they do a fantastic job with their interaction wheel there. And then secondly, I would like you to consider watching an emotional intelligence video. There's a lot to choose from. I've got 2 here linked. Put the title there. First is How to Stop and Think Before Reacting. Again, this is by 6seconds.org. An excellent video there. There's a longer one by Daniel Goleman on focus, and you can see the title there, and that's a really good video as well. All right, I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, and remember, we are creating your future one habit at a time.